All right, we're here with the first video of the day. We've got from Project Veritas. They came out their second video on Ilhan Omar's campaign, possibly doing voter fraud. You know, if an investigation goes through and they actually find out it to be true, then that'll be huge for Project Veritas. Considering they just get slammed as right-wing and fake, and they doctor all of their videos. Every single one of them is doctored. Don't worry. That's what the left claims. And I've seen that from, just random people on the left-wing media, because, you can't have investigative journalists. What happened to them? They completely disappeared probably, 15 years ago or so? So to actually then see investigative journalism is insane. So I'm going to actually, probably take a bit of their word for it, but at least Project Veritas, because they do have all these videos. They have multiple people then claim all this stuff. So an investigation goes through, and then they can actually have, people testify, and they actually find out that all this money is being just pumped into her campaign or something by, possibly foreign sources, because that's being claimed. But we'll see. All I'm keeping my fingers crossed for is an investigation, and they find stuff. We got from Breitbart as well, report New York City voters wrongly received mail-in ballots labeled for military use. So we know that, it's crazy all over the place. In Queens, New York City, voters have received mail-in ballots marked for military use, even though recipients never served in the armed forces, according to a Monday report. Says, per the New York Post, in recent days, several borough residents, including two Post journalists, have received forms reading official absentee military ballot, creating concerns about whether their votes would be properly tallied. Yeah, I would have concerns too. Beyond Sunnyside, non-service members also reported receiving the ballots in neighborhoods including Richmond Hill, Forest Hills, and Astoria. Van Bramer, a Democrat, said the issue only adds to the worries in an already topsy-turvy election cycle that has seen an inordinate number of voters look to mail-in voting with the coronavirus pandemic raging on. Van Bramer said he was informed by the city BOE that the issue stemmed from a typographical error wherein a dash meant to separate the words absentee and military was dropped. Why is military on there then? So is it just absentee? Wait, dash then military? Are they still connected? Or are they supposed to be, separate? Says there's just mass confusion about these ballots and what people are supposed to do with them. Van Bramer told the Post, people were already not trusting this process, and they were already not trusting the Board of Elections to count the ballot right. This apparent typo just has everyone confused and believing these are invalid ballots. He added, it's absolutely outrageous that when everyone is watching them, they still screw up the most basic thing, which is printing the ballot correctly. And if they can't even print the ballot correctly, what makes you think that it can be tallied correctly? That it'll be sent to the correct place correctly? You don't. There's so many variables from it getting to your hand to it getting to it actually being counted that you can't trust any of it. There's probably more than a dozen possibilities that could happen within that time frame, from them messing up just printing the ballot to it being counted. We've also then got Minneapolis police. Oh, this is the oops, I meant to put this one over here because we got police as Minneapolis police probing alleged ballot harvesting plot helping Representative Omar. This is from New York Post. A police investigation has been launched into the alleged ballot harvesting plot helping Progressive Squad member Representative Ilhan Omar. Allegations of voter fraud being evaluated. The Minneapolis Police Department, MPD, announced on Twitter Monday, hours after President Trump called for an investigation into the misdeeds. The MPD is aware of the allegations of vote harvesting. We are in the process of looking into the validity of those statements, the department said. The force added that no further information is available at this time, including whether the Democratic congressman would be involved in the probe surrounds a video posted by Project Veritas late Sunday in which Liban Mohammed, the brother of Minneapolis City Council member Jamal Osman, is shown with ballots filling his car's dashboard. I have 300 ballots in my car right now. Numbers don't lie. You can see my car's full. All these here are absentee ballots, Mohammed says in the video posted on July 1st, according to the report. Omar Jamal, a Minneapolis community leader, then implicated Democratic Congresswoman Omar in the alleged scheme, saying Mohammed is one of her many people. It's an open secret. She will do anything that she can do to get elected, and she has hundreds of people on the streets doing that, Jamal told Project Veritas in an interview last week. Trump raged that it was totally illegal, tweeting early Monday, hope that the U.S. Attorney in Minnesota has this and other of her many misdeeds under serious review. If not, why not? Representative Omar responded to his attack by deflecting on the president, posting a video of a game show contestant unveiling a card showing $750, a reference to reports of how much federal blah, blah, blah. Of course, they have to put the tax stuff in there. The amount of truth to the story is equal to the amount Donald Trump paid in taxes of 10 out of the last 15 years, 0. Omar Senior Communications Director Jeremy Slevin, blah, blah. Everyone's got to use that comment. It's the joke every single left-wing source is using. 0. It's 0. It's 750. Even though they apparently just don't know, tax laws super well. I'm not going to claim to be, a professional on that either, but at least I, started looking into the tax codes a little bit more because of this story. They also said, and amplifying a coordinated right-wing campaign to delegitimize a free and fair election this fall undermines our democracy. Yeah. Although they're saying a right-wing campaign to delegitimize, this is coming from the left, which said mail-in voting was okay and everybody should do it, to then backpedaling and saying, no, it's not actually that good. There are many problems. So which is it, left? Is it bad or is it good? I need some form of clarity. We also got from Vice here. We got mail-in ballots are already a mess in New York. Some voters received return envelopes with someone else's name and address on them. Some of the 500,000 New York voters who requested mail-in ballots began receiving them on Monday, but immediately there were problems. Voters in Queens and Brooklyn began to report that their ballots were either incorrectly marked for military use or contained a return envelope with the wrong name and address on it, which if returned would mean their vote would be voided. So they sent out all these ballots that would have just been voided. The New York Board of Elections confirmed late on Monday that a series of errors led to some voters getting the wrong ballots, but it was unable to say how widespread the issue was and urged voters to contact them if they had received an incorrect ballot. It could be thousands. How many people are just going to then not pay attention to the absentee ballot? So there's one issue flagged on Monday related to the security envelopes that are sent out with absentee ballots and that voters are meant to sign. Some voters received security envelopes with someone else's name and address printed on them. Michael Ryan, the BOE's executive director, told The Gothamist that the problem was down to an error made by Phoenix Graphics, the company hired to print and mail the ballots for voters in Brooklyn and Queens. So you have another company hired to print and mail the ballots, and they messed it up. So why are we having third-party companies then come in and do this if we know that they're messing it up? Why would we allow any third-party company to then handle any part of the ballot process? Any part. We've also then got New York City voters receive mail-in ballots marked for military use despite never serving in the U.S. military. New York City voters receive mail-in ballots marked for military despite never serving in the U.S. military. I believe there's the one where, it's saying it needed a dash there, official absentee military ballot. But I think it was supposed to say official absentee dash military ballot. But, hey, you're going to cause more confusion if you don't have things correctly. So why are we having mail-in voting if you guys can't have it done correctly? I don't know, maybe just doing it in person is probably the right choice. Because if you're going to have people doing ballot harvesting and taking huge sums of money, and along with people not being able to get their ballots incorrectly, then yeah, I would say we have a systemic voter fraud problem. And it's probably only going to get worse. And we're probably going to find out much, much more than just Ilhan Omar. than just these mistakes that happen. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but who knows? Corruption's been living my entire life. Who knows if it'll stop? Got to keep up, though, I guess, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. This will be, I'm going to end the video here. We'll do another one later today, possibly a third. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you then. Bye.